Hello, everyone. Welcome to this special edition of Ask the Nanny. Tonight, in our segment of Ask the Parents, we are talking with a set of parents, um, Randy Hulk and Elle Sherman, who 2 weeks ago, their babysitter was at the park um, and texting back and forth between the parents and her. And apparently, one of the moms at the park took a picture of the nanny or the babysitter and the children and posted it in a mom's group on Facebook. They did not have permission to, she did not have permission to use the children's picture. She did not cover the children's face or anything, and she said a bunch of derogatory things about excuse me, about the babysitter, and it caused a whole racial issue to start. So tonight we are going to talk with the parents about and hear their side of what their story and how they came to the rescue of their babysitter and friend. So she was not only their babysitter, but she was their friend, and they came to came to her rescue. I'm trying to see if they're watching right now. I know that we have a limited amount of time because they have children, so I am going to invite them to join me. I'm not sure if they've ever done Facebook Live before, so I'm going to invite them to join me. If you just hang on just a second. And let's see. All right. There we go. Okay. Okay. I almost missed it. Facebook changes from time to time, and I'm sitting here scrolling. Okay, there he is. Okay, let me see if I can invite you in, Randy. Okay. Are you on your mobile device, Randy? Because it says that I can't invite you in. Let me see. Let me try again. Nope, it says I can't invite you in. Okay, so if you're on your mobile device, look down at the bottom of your screen, across the bottom, and invite yourself into, there's a little button, should be a little man icon at the bottom, and see if you can invite yourself on screen, because it will not let me, for some reason, Facebook. Your phone wasn't working on Facebook. Okay. He said, hold on. Okay. Okay, so while we're waiting on Randy, just a couple announcements. This Saturday, I will be joining Emily Kate Rowland from the Nanny Collaborative in Houston, Texas. Yes, you can use your iPad too, Randy. I will be joining Emily Kate Rowland from the Nanny Collaborative, along with Jada Pickett and Stephanie Balcom. We will be in Houston, and we will be having a nanny meetup. So I am excited to be there with them. And excuse me, today is a bad allergy day for me. So if you hear me clearing my throat and my eyes start running, that's what's going on. So also the following weekend, July the 20th through the 22nd, Ask the Nanny will be in Washington, D.C. with AdCan on Sunday for a nanny meetup at the Cactus Cantina. and we have a limited amount of space. We have reservations for, I think it's 20. And if you have not responded going, please do so now so that we can get you included. I'm sorry. I'm reading. I'm reading comments. Um, Thank you, Carrie. So I am trying to bring this nanny community together. Okay, Randy is here. Randy and Elle are here. They're just trying to get their app going. Okay, so let me know when you're ready. So anyway, as I was saying, the 20th of July, we're going to have a self care spa type day with Miss Patsy. Wave your hand, Patsy, so everybody know who you are. With Miss Patsy from her Ever Beauty. So we're gonna have a spa day with her, and then on Sunday we're doing the Cactus Cantina with. Thank you, Sue. Uh, on Sunday we're doing the Cactus Cantina meetup with AdCan, and it's a Sunday social. And on Monday we're having Monday Night Live. And if you want to join Monday Night Live, please indicate that you're going because the address for the Monday Night Live will only be sent to those who are actually going to attend. There she is. Hi, Patsy. Um, so, any one of these, please feel free to join. My tongue. Please feel free to join us, and please feel free to contact me if you have any questions um, or need some help. Just let me know. Um, Also, oh great, they're on the phone. Yes, here we go. And I'm inviting them in. And hello to everyone who just came in. And it's connecting. And hello.
Hello.
How
Sorry
are
about that.
you?
Can you take off this thing?
Uh,
Can you hear me?
can you hear us?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Nice to meet you.
If it gets too echoey, I'll put back in the headset.
No,
Are
there's
you?
no
What did it
echo.
say? Great. Let
Good,
me turn
good,
up the
good.
Just
volume.
listen to me. You
Okay,
will have ice
so
cream if you go over there.
we're gonna get started because I know you
And you
have
just
little
press it and
kids.
you just go over there.
So tell us a fun fact about yourself, just to kind of break the ice. Tell us a fun fact about you all.
Okay, we're trying to come up with fun facts.
Because we're so boring. No, I'm kidding.
We're pretty boring.
No, we're not.
I do a near perfect Alan Rickman impression, which we'll get into at the end of the show, okay?
Okay,
And
okay.
Elle's really good at karaoke, and she's going to kill me for saying that.
I love karaoke.
I just love it. Put us both in the picture. I just love karaoke. That's all.
I love karaoke too. I do too. I used to go all the time when I lived in Florida. Okay,
We still try.
Okay, let me pull up my questions. So tell us, how long has C worked for you all? How long has she been your babysitter?
She's worked for us since Alexandra, our youngest, was 1 week old.
So it's September.
So like 10 months, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
Okay.
basically been with she's helped raise this baby.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay, so tell us what was the first thought that crossed your mind when you found out all of this stuff was going on behind the scenes? What was the very first thing that came to your mind when you found out?
Go ahead.
For me, it was a series of thoughts. The first being, what the heck is happening? What the heck happened? Why is somebody jostling my world? And then it was, but C would never put our kids in danger. Who is this woman? And what is she talking about? And then it was, will C find out about this?
Yeah, I think that was like my first. I was like, oh God, I hope she doesn't see this, because the picture that she sent us, and if people want the full like details, they can go on to my page, Randy Hauk. Just look me up. I'm one of the only Hauks on Facebook. It's pretty easy to find me, and you can see like what I posted and what Elle posted about it. But the photo of the baby was almost identical to the one that C just sent us, while we were out, and so we're like, why is our sleeping baby a source of concern to this person?
She had literally sent us a picture, like coinciding with that picture that Dikla took,
Yeah.
showing us a picture of the baby sleeping. That same picture.
Wow.
So that's what she was doing, sitting there in the picture. Was
Yeah,
sending us the picture.
It could have been. I mean, who knows but yeah, she could have been texting us that very same photo. So it was a lot of shock, basically.
Okay.
It felt I was very violated. It felt very violated.
Yeah.
Well, I know that I'm a lioness when it comes to my babies, and they're grown, and my grandbabies, and now my nanny children. Um, it's like I bring out the claws. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with my babies. So
Exactly.
I can understand exactly how you felt. Now, tell us what transpired after you found out. What was the first thing you did? Well, how did you your plan?
Well, first of all, we weren't allowed onto the. It was part of. It was. She had posted it on these
A closed group
sites that we weren't on yet. So we were completely in the dark and couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
And also,
Frustrating. It was really frustrating.
I'm a religious Jew, and so it was for me. It was Friday. It was a Sabbath, and I'm not able to use my computer, use my phone. So I was relying on Randy just to find out.
And I was just trying to find out more information, like where was this posted? Like who took this? Like, are there more photos out there? What are people saying? And some friends of ours had sent us the photos, like snapshots or screenshots of the photos, and that's the only way we found out. And this is all like around 11 o'clock at night. So we put the kids in bed. We're trying to like settle in for the night ourselves, and we're like, oh man. But our main concern was like, I hope C doesn't see this. She's gonna lose her mind. It felt really bad for her, and what can we do?
So you're just like, maybe she won't find out.
So I tried to sign on.
us.
Yeah. So I tried to sign on that night to, I found out what rooms had been posted to, and I, went and applied for both Elle and I to get into the room so we could at least see the posts and not be dependent on screenshots. But we weren't able to get in until like a day or two later.
So did you
Is that what happened? Huh? Sorry, I had to confirm it with our.
So the next morning we got a text from C saying she wanted to talk to us, and then she called us, and she had found out obviously because it had gone viral.
And she was so upset.
I just felt so bad.
I can imagine. In our business, word of mouth is priceless to us. Our reputation precedes us.
Of course.
So if somebody, one important somebody says something, everybody believes them, and then you just kind of down the drain. So
yeah,
I can understand.
Yeah, social media these days can be really fatal to people's careers, reputations.
It's the old saying, a lie makes its way around the world before the truth gets its pants on. And that was the case here.
Yes.
He's an old fuddy-duddy. He has these sayings that are 80 years old. Don't worry.
Trust me. My grandmother helped raise me, so I know a whole lot of old sayings.
You same lingo, okay.
Well, I know a whole lot of old sayings. So when C called you, did you all had a conversation, and then what happened?
Well, go ahead. You too.
Oh, so we tried to impart to her how much we trusted her, and how little this, or how this post by some stranger did nothing to shake that. Mm-hmm. We just wanted to do some triage and like hopefully make sure her career wasn't in peril, and
find out what was going on.
Make sure the picture of our baby wasn't being circulated even more because it was blatantly posted, and at that point it hadn't even been taken down, or maybe someone had blacked out her face, but and then we were just like reeling. We knew we wanted to So we knew we wanted to make a public posting talking to Dikla, but first Randy had reached out to Dikla immediately and said, okay, tell me more.
Yeah, I mean, I just said, look, I heard that you posted something with our child's picture. I want to let you know that I'm the father. You can confirm this by going on my page and seeing lots of pictures with me and that baby, and our other kid.
But she never responded.
She didn't get back to us till Wednesday of the next week, But when I finally got into the room, I thought, and other people can weigh in on this, but I thought I was pretty neutral about it. I was like, look, I have my opinion about what happened, and it doesn't comport with what Dikla said, but I really just want to get facts. Can people send me screenshots? But now we'd heard like all sorts of things, like they were calling C a hood rat, and and saying things about her fingernails and how dirty she was, and it just
accelerated in a very negative and icky way.
Yeah, and that's what really got me steamed, is like, she's our sitter, we pay her to like take care of our kids, but she's our friend. She's a really nice person, and I just did not deserve that at all, and especially all this racist crap. Really made me mad. So, and all this came about like in the next couple of days, and a lot of people were very, I would say the majority of people were very supportive on these groups and sent what screenshots they had. And again, I put a lot of them up in the postings that I had, the ones that I thought were relevant. But there were a significant amount of people who were very classist and somewhat racist in defending what Dikla had done, and some of them were defending her in a not classist and racist way. They said their concern was like, well, she's trying to make sure the children are okay. But the problem with that argument is that it poisons the well. Like, how would you can use that to like defend anything? It's like, well, I robbed a bank because I want to keep the children safe or whatever. You can use it to defend anything.
No, she wasn't concerned for the children. The children were fine.
Yeah, I mean, she posted it like, as I said, and then kind of reiterating what I already posted, but she posted it like 4 or 5 hours after she had taken the photo. She made no attempt to find out who we were. So that she was concerned for the children, and even after that, like, she never responded to my text after I, until like Wednesday. So her concern for the kids is pretty minimal in my view.
So she takes the pictures at the park. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Oh, no, there was just no reason for her to be concerned. Arya was running around and the baby was strapped in the stroller. So I did not expect, nor would I ever want, I would not expect, nor would I ever want C to run around tailing Arya as she runs through the park.
Yeah, she yells at me for doing that, so.
She's a rambunctious 3-year-old.
Yeah.
I mean, and then that's what kids do.
Yes, that's what kids do, and they talk to everybody, and
especially she does.
If they're impressionable, they will say, "Hi, my name is so and so. Who are you?" And, that's what 3 and 4 year olds.
She does that to everybody.
Okay, so you're saying that she took the pictures at the park at around 6, 7 o'clock in the evening, and she didn't post them until 10:30 at night.
Right.
Okay, so if you were that concerned about the children, and you're that concerned about, the child not being watched, why didn't she ask some of the parents? Why didn't she call the police, call Department of Human Services, somebody, if she was that concerned about these kids?
Because she wasn't concerned. She just wanted to badmouth C.
And it's like she could, and I had the feeling like she's done this and gotten away with it, and other people have done this and gotten away with it, and it's a way to, and this is all conjecture, but to me, it's just a way for them to project power and have some control over the world, and it's sad because it hurts. It just hurts people who can't defend themselves.
Also, she had no idea who C was. She didn't know if she was a babysitter or a nanny or a friend or a mother or a foster mother or an aunt, or who knows. She just assumed she was a nanny, which she wasn't. She's our sitter. And Like, just, I mean, she could have snapped pictures of a mother doing the same thing and assumed the mother was
Yeah.
was a nanny.
And if in New York, I know you're in Dallas, but in New York, like you go to a playground, it is all parents looking at their phones, while the kids run around trying to kill each other.
Same
And
here.
it's,
Same here.
and I'm not
Same
saying,
there, right?
and I'm not saying I'm not guilty of that. I try to like stay off my phone as much as I can, like not just because of a safety thing, but I want to like be involved in my girl's life and what she's doing, and and I probably am involved a little too much, but every parent makes their choice about what they're comfortable with. And to our eye, and for 2 hours of surveillance, this is the one photo she comes up with. She's a pretty lousy PI.
And apparently, before she took the photo, she went up to C and said, "Hello, how are you?" And C said, "I'm good. How are you?" "Good." And then she walked away, and then she took the picture. So she wanted to kind of, ingratiate herself for a second to like disarm C, I guess. So I don't know, but I don't know why. I don't know what the purpose of that was, other than to just kind of get a better look at C.
Yeah. And she could have asked, who, oh, are these your kids? Are you watching them? And like asked our names. There's like a million things she could have done if she was well and truly concerned about the kids, and she did none of those things.
Right.
So, you can't speak to what's going through a person's head, but you can make some assumptions based on.
And by the way, apparently the reason why Aria, our 3-year-old, went over to her and was talking to her is because she had planted herself on the stairs, obstructing the path up where the slide was. So she had to talk to her.
So she's guilty of obstruction of traffic as well.
Yes. She did not
Add
have the
that to
right
the
of way.
list.
Okay, so she was trying to get the moment to move so she can get out of the way, so she can get up the slide and play. And,
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
So what made you all decide to go online and post on social media?
Well, the first post that I put in the room was to get information, and also to like just make a preliminary statement that what Dikla had posted up there, in my view, was false, because we were, she texted us the photo of the baby sleeping, but we were also talking to her off and on while we were out. So, we had no concerns about the kids being unsupervised, like she said, not only based on like our past relationship with C, but also like because she was texting us what she was doing. So the first post was me just trying to get information and making a basic clearing up the facts as I saw them. And then we waited. I responded to posts online, but before I put my post on, with all the pictures and stuff on my page, and then posted L's response, we had actually talked about not going any further with this, but.
We were waiting for an apology.
Yeah. Well,
I wanted to give her a chance.
And when, Dikla finally did contact me on Wednesday, she gave us one of those non-apologies of like, "I'm sorry if you were offended." I was like, "Oh, is my offense the problem here?"
The word "if" says, "I'm not sorry at all."
Yeah, exactly. And so, I said, well, what you could do to make things right is make a public apology to C. Because like the damages to us, like I don't like my kid being photographed and being put all over online, but there's no damage really to us, thank God. But the damage to C could be her career, or like not a career, but like her job right now. I mean, her how she pays the rent. So I was saying, you should go on and say, "Hey, what I did was wrong. I'm very sorry, and I apologize to you, C." And I said that's accountability. And after that, heard nothing.
I don't think she was sorry. I think she would have done it again.
Yeah, she got caught. She was sorry she got caught.
Yeah.
So that we discussed like whether we should go forward or not, and I was mad. I was really mad, and I was like, because of what she had attempted to do to C, and I just had the feeling that she's never been called to account for, doing. I imagined that she had done this before and never been called to account, and I just couldn't let it ride, and so that's why I went ahead and posted. And I tried to be very careful to be very factual and just present the facts as I knew them, because my wife's a lawyer and she would have like killed me if I hadn't. And and I was very specific about what was my opinion and what the facts were as I knew them. But, I was like, maybe she should be afraid for her job now that she's done this. And she should be afraid of her job because she did something wrong and she never apologized. So it wasn't, we took a week before we posted, which was an inordinate amount of time to respond in kind, besides the initial response. And I thought we were very generous and not going further. That's my opinion.
Okay. I read Elle's letter um, on your page, and I could feel the mother, not just the lawyer part of you, but the mother part of you saying, "How dare you? This is my child, and this is a friend of mine, and this is a." We have a question. How is C handling all this?
She's great.
She's great.
Yeah.
She went back to the park the next day.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I would have done. And say,
She's
"How
awesome.
you like me now?"
Exactly. She's like, I didn't do anything wrong.
She's also got some sisters that went right to that woman's place of employment and was writing some nasty letters to them saying, "How is this the face of your company? Is this what you want to project to the world?" Wow. And her family was right on it. So I was feeling like I was a laggard for not getting up there sooner, and I was afraid her sister was going to come beat me up.
Well, I tell you, as a nanny, we try to stick together. Anyone in the child care, we try to stick together. We try to, we form a sisterhood, and we come to each other's defense. And when Toya told me about this, and she said, "Have you heard?" I was like, "No, I was sleeping. I worked overnight." So when she told me, she's like, "I don't know if you want to do this, but here's the deal, and this is what happened." So I just started researching, looking, and I was like, "Okay, of course nothing is up because everybody has taken everything down." But then I read, I'm not sure if it was a Twitter quote or something about the administration, the admin of the moms group. Someone wrote a letter and she said, "Oh, so you will keep hers up for 3 or 4 days, but you take mine down within an hour."
That was
me.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I couldn't see. It was a snapshot, so I couldn't see whose it was, and I was like, "Really? Seriously?" And she said, "Well, it was against our rules, and it was against our rules." And I was like, "Really?" I said, "So somebody comes back and makes a comment, but you'll take that one down, but you won't take this one down."
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's both of them are against the rules. So
we posted it. We posted my letter Friday night. Randy actually posted it because it was Sabbath again, and I couldn't do it. So he posted it for me on my page.
On my page.
On my page.
Yours?
No, not on the Upper East Side group page.
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
He posted it, and I wasn't able to see any of the comments or anything because by the time Sabbath was over the next night, they had already taken it down. So I never saw it posted. I never saw the comments. Thank you everybody who commented positively on it, but I wasn't able to see any of them.
Yeah.
well, trust me, the screenshots are for real.
Yeah.
Especially in our world, screenshots are for real. And I always tell people, you need to be careful about what you put on social media because people will screenshot it and post it in other places, and it will go viral.
Yep.
But it goes both ways. I mean, I got a screenshot of whoever it was calling C a hood rat, but someone had.
Too.
But they had marked out their name and their photo, their little icon, and I would dearly love to know that person's name.
Yeah.
But I don't know who marked it up, but there's no place for that. Freedom of speech is one thing, but there's nothing that guarantees you that you are free from the repercussions of your speech. And plus, it's not the government here; it's private. It's a private network, but still, people ought to be accountable for what they say and what they do.
Right. Especially when you're taking pictures, in our nanny groups, one of the main rules is do not post pictures of children without parents' permission.
Yeah.
And even if you have permission, sometimes if I have permission to post it, I will put in there, I have permission to post the, this child's picture. Mom and dad gave me permission, because I don't want someone to take that picture and put something derogatory. I'll make a meme out of it. And then
I
mom and
know.
dad knows I took this picture. And this is
Yeah.
what you did to this picture. So
Legally, it's called a likeness issue. It's a matter of likeness. So taking someone's likeness, their face,
right.
and posting it without their permission.
There you go. That's the lawyer.
Lawyer.
Yes. There you go. So tell me, I know there was an overwhelming response in the nanny community, thanking you all. And I want to personally thank you all for coming to her defense, because it may happen in, in private. Okay, well, we took care of this, but for something like that to happen on social media, and then for you to go back and say, well, this is what we think about it as parents on social media. Most parents won't go on social media and do something like that and make it known that we don't like this and we don't approve of this, and just, the boldness of it.
Well, that's a problem right there, that we're the only ones, or one of the few.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. I mean, one thing I've noticed in talking with other moms and other on these groups is like, and I think it's a minority, but it's still a substantial minority of them, really see nannies and caregivers as the help, as a different class of people.
Yes.
And it's just galling to me. I grew up in a trailer park, so I never, I understand like how people think about classes, but I never thought of myself as above anyone. And, certainly don't feel that way about C. She's just someone who helps us out, and we give her some money to watch our kids, but she's not like our servant,
Right.
And there really is that idea that, these people are servants and we get to do whatever we want and say whatever we want about them. And it's just wrong, and so.
It's just a different kind of job. I don't understand
I
who
mean,
cares? So what? So there's nannies and sitters and
there's
lawyers
lawyers
and doctors. Who cares? There's just different types of jobs. Why? The fact that like nannies could be considered as on a lower tier. I mean, honestly, it's like they're doing amazing work taking care of children.
And
I mean, that's the most important thing you could be doing.
Yeah, it's the most important job, and they're treated with such disrespect. It's mind-boggling, and so you ask, like, it's stunning to us that other parents don't do this, because, these people are so valuable to us, as not only as caregivers but as friends. Like, how can we not go on and defend them when someone's done them a wrong? So to us, it was just kind of natural, I mean, I thought we were pretty considerate in taking as long as we did to respond. I mean, besides the initial response, but I would say to other parents, do the same. Protect the people who you care, who you're entrusting your kids to. They're awesome.
Yes, when I posted about this interview, I specifically went online to find a quote or a picture or whatever that said that you are not your job and you are not the color of your skin, because we all bleed the same. If you cut me, I'm gonna bleed. If I cut you, you're gonna bleed. And if something happens to your child, you're gonna want me to save your child and do everything I can do to save your child. And the same goes for, if you're in the corporate world and something happens to you, you're gonna want them to save you. Does it matter what color we are? Does it matter what job? If it's janitor or the president of the company who saved your life, as long as you were saved? Does that matter? And
Yeah.
I try to tell the nannies, it is so important that you have mutual respect with the families that you work with, because I work with families and not for families, because we are a team.
Exactly.
Yeah. As a team, we are helping to raise these children to be productive citizens.
Yeah.
And that's what we sign on for.
Yeah, decent human beings.
Right.
It's good.
And parents who are not kind undermine the nice work that their own nannies do, because if their nannies are raising these children, because a lot of them do raise the children to be kind people, then parents act not, then the parents, by not defending their nannies in situations like this and not coming out and showing what kindness is, helps to undermine
The
that
lesson.
rearing of those children who are being brought up by the nannies to be good people.
Yeah.
So it's very confusing to the children.
Right, right. But when they get older, they understand. That they may
I
not
hope so.
understand it when they're little, but when they get older, they understand and they come back and they recognize that whatever that little inkling, that light bulb that's inside of their head. Oh, this is what she meant, and this is what so and so said. My nanny said this, and my nanny said that. And trust me, children will repeat what you say. They may not do what you say, but they will repeat what you say all
Oh.
the time.
So here's a fun thing about my wife that I didn't get into. Here's a fun fact about my wife. She not only loves karaoke, but she swears like a sailor.
I do.
And certain people are picking up on that.
Okay.
That's a fun fact. Yeah, very fun. Thanks, hon.
So, but I want to personally thank you from the bottom of my heart, from the nanny community. We thank you all for publicly, denouncing the lie that was being told about your nanny, and for protecting her and coming forth and doing all that you could to make sure that she was, she felt loved by you, that she felt like she was not going to lose her job, and for protecting her reputation, because that's all we have. And
Yeah.
it is just like one false move or one wrong accusation, and here come the police and the Department of Human Services and everybody else who has to do, and you never get a job again. And it not only affects not the nanny world, but when people do a background check on you and all this stuff starts coming up, if they really dig, they can find all this stuff about you and like, we don't want her because she did this. And if she'll do that to a child, then we don't want that representing our company. Just
yeah, and and the other thing was, it's even if okay, say the concern is like, well, we want to protect the children. That's a great thing, yeah, and I imagine there are some instances where people are, nannies are abusive to children, and parents are abusive to children. But if in my world, there's a thing called a false positive as a programmer, and that's where you have something and you look at it and it's, you think something's wrong, but it's not. And if you don't recognize it as being a false positive, it can be really deadly. So, the children aren't protected when someone's falsely accused. Quite the opposite. In the noise that's created around someone being falsely accused, the bad people can hide and the good people get punished. And, then you have a system that doesn't protect the children at all. And in fact, it's a lot worse for the children. Right. So, that's, there's something to be said for fidelity, for like being like true to what you say, and taking a little time to confirm and not just like throw out false accusations willy-nilly. And so that's, I hope if the parents can learn something from this, is that
Stop being so damn judgmental.
there, yeah.
Goodness.
Cut to
I love
the
you, Al.
chase.
I love you to death. I love you.
I mean, come on. Good God.
This is so true. This is so true. Thank you. And Patsy says, tell C that our community sends her much love.
Oh.
Yes.
She feels it. I know.
We are so proud of you all for stepping up, and I'm proud of her for going back and facing the demons that, the powers that be, and, just being defiant. and I'm not going to take this line down, and I'm just going to stand up and I'm going to do what I want to do, and I don't care who likes it. I am not going to accept this, and I'm moving forward. And I like her umption and her gumption, and it's just like it's a testimony to all of us. It's a testimony to us to, people try to knock you down, but you
Yep.
get back up and you keep, you like that the little blow up clown where you can punch it, the little punching clown, and he goes down and he swings back up, and then you punch him again and he goes down and he swings back up. Well, yeah. Thank you for getting back up, see. And
Of course, I would never have done anything different.
Yeah, me neither.
I would do it all over again.
You do it all over again?
All over again.
Good.
Absolutely.
Good. That gives me confidence to know that there are people out there that will just embrace us as a community, embrace our profession, and protect us. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a protector.
Well, thank you for having us on.
Thanks for having us on.
And kiss the babies for us.
Oh, we will. Bye, my
Here to say
baby.
hello.
Hi.
Hi.
This is the famous baby.
Famous sleeping baby.
Oh, you're famous. You're all over social media.
Well.
So thank you again for joining
Thank you
us.
to the Nanny community for all the love and support, and we wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
And
so much.
keep in contact.
Yeah.
If people need advice about legal stuff,
I'm here.
What kind of law do you practice?
Right now it's personal injury, but I'm actually now interested in defamation and libel and contract law, maybe.
Ooh, contract.
So
we do practice. Well, most of us try to come to the table with the contract. So,
So if anybody needs some legal, legal help, legal work, then contact me. I'll see what we can work out.
Yay! You all heard that. Contact Gail. So she's a lawyer and she's willing to help. So she'll work with you. So you all heard that.
Well, we'll all be in touch then.
All right. Thank you all so much again. And
thank you. Have a good night.
To be the defenders of the nanny community.
Yay.
Yay.
We're here.
Yeah.
I hope more join us.
Power.
Power to the nanny and the sitter.
That's right. Power to the nanny.
Well, thanks a lot for having us on.
Thank you. I see all these hearts and love going up and down the screen. Yes, they're loving you. And if I had my little hearts over here, I'd be pushing hearts too. All right. Thank you all.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good night.
All right. You too. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was so exciting, and I am so thankful for them, for the families that take the time to defend our honor and our reputation, and just okay. Anyway, thank you to Elle and to Randy for what they did for C. C, if you're watching, we love you. We appreciate you. Keep moving forward. Keep your head up. And if you need anything, contact us, any of us. And we're here for you, and we're rooting for you. Yes, Zadie, that was awesome. And they are amazing parents. If you, if any of you all of you who are watching, please take the time and send thank you to them, or post it in your nanny groups or whatever. Please send a special thank you to Randy Hawk and L. Sherman. And I will repost it because I'm friends with them. I will repost it and I'll make sure that they get it. But I just feel like the whole community should, band together. Since they came together to defend one of our own, we should band together and thank them as a community for what they've done. And hopefully, they have started a trend where a lot of other parents will come forward and make sure that their nannies, if they're falsely accused, make sure that their nannies are reputation stays intact. So I will see you all, some of you all on Saturday, but the rest of you all, I will see you all on next Monday. Our special guest is a concierge pediatrician. Um, so, all those pediatrician questions that you have, come back on Monday, the 15th at 7 p.m. For our regular Ask the Nanny. So I appreciate you watching. And before you leave, hit the share button and share this with your nanny groups, share it with your parent groups, share it with your friends, whatever groups you're in, please share. Hit the share button so that this can go viral, just like the comments for our nanny, one of our own, it went viral and they tried to take her down. We want to uplift the parents who defended her. So let's make this go viral. Their story counts. So please, 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 whatever you do, share, 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 share. In every group that you're in, please share. Overwhelm the groups, overwhelm your nannies, overwhelm your moms groups, and let them know it's it's okay to stand up for something that you believe in. It's okay to stand up for your nanny, especially since the job that we do is so important. Taking care of those babies so they can go to work, it is so important. And it's also important for us not to take this lying down when we are falsely accused. I commend you, see, for getting up, bouncing back, and going back to that park the next day and showing your face and just sticking it to them and showing them that you are not going to stay down, that you can't defeat me. Don't be defeated. Now, I will see you all on Monday. Thank you for watching and have a great rest of the week.